Hello, and welcome to the Mortal Angel Podcast. This is episode 6. I'm Angel, and I'm coming to you from Spokane, Washington. In this episode, I talk with my friend Erin about what it's like to be a military spouse. When I was active duty, my husband was also active duty. Now I'm retired and my husband is still active duty. So this has been a transition for me. And I just want to know if what I'm feeling is normal. And I thought I'd have a conversation with Erin and record it so that everyone could hear. I hope you enjoy. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are?
My name is Erin, and I am from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have 2 boys, ages 8 and 6. And I've been a military spouse for almost 10 years. And I enjoy scrapbooking and spending time with the kids and viewing the area of Spokane, basically. I'm also in school, which is stressful, but I enjoy it a lot because it gives me something for me to do that I can be proud of. Mm-hmm. And I'm a cat person and an animal lover.
How many cats do you have?
Oh, I have 2 cats. Giorgio is 9. He came from Aviano, Italy, my first base. And Binks is 7, and he came from San Antonio. They're like our other kids, and they're spoiled, and I love staying at home all day with them and hanging out with them.
So this will be interesting because a lot of times military spouses are of the nation that their spouse is serving for.
Right, right.
So you're a foreigner and you're a military spouse.
Right.
So were there any misconceptions that you had about being a military spouse before you became one?
I didn't really know anything about it because in Canada, the military, it's not a big deal like it is in the U.S. You hear this person served and that person served, but it's totally different. So when I met Alex online, I didn't know anything about a military spouse. I had not one clue about it at all.
So your first experience with being a military wife for someone in the United States military was to be stationed in Italy.
Yeah, so and the thing is too, like when I was growing up, I had never traveled. I had gone to Montana like once or twice, and then I traveled a little bit in Canada, like to see family, but we had never gone on family trips, like traveling. My family used to have huge Easters and like Christmases, like 50 people. That was the normal for me. So from going to that to moving to a foreign country, being newly married, new as a military spouse, it was hard. And I had Calvin like right after that, and then Alex deployed when I was there. It was hard. It wasn't easy. It was really hard.
Wow. Are there any stereotypes about being a military spouse that really annoy you?
My family thinks I'm some spoiled brat sitting at home painting my nails and basically, we live on base and don't have to pay anything. People think military members make so much money that their wives just shop all day. I work my butt off. I have to deal with all the kids' doctor's appointments and school and sports stuff and everything because Alex is working most of the time.
I saw online, it looks like roughly 55 to 60% of military families live on a single income, and that would be the income of the active duty member. Right. Whereas in the civilian world, it's something like 31% of families live on a single income, and that's married people. That's not like single parent homes.
Right.
you're not the first person to say. A lot of people feel that the misconception is that, oh, military people have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people think that. Maybe it's because they get paid on the 1st and the 15th, and there's a certain element of job security that comes with that.
Right.
Or at least financial security that comes with that maybe the civilian sector feels that they don't enjoy. So what's one of the sacrifices?
This is a perfect example. So I started school a year ago. I've gotten 7 classes in, and unfortunately this quarter will be my last quarter for almost a year because Alex has decided to cross-train. I, unfortunately, for my own sanity and to take care of my family while Alex is gone for 4 months, I have to quit school. So his job comes first, but I knew that signing up as a military spouse. But yes, it does put my life on hold. It puts my schooling, and it doesn't have to, but I'm not going to be so stressed out to where my kids are feeling my stress and I'm not being able to be the mom that I want to be while my husband's gone. So that's one reason or one thing that I think does inhibit me is that his job does come first, and so my life is just kind of on the back burner. But it sucks sometimes, but I'm okay with that because when I married him, I knew that's what I was signing up for.
What is one of your favorite parts about being a military spouse?
I love the people that I meet. I feel like I have a little bit of family almost everywhere. Like I feel like I have more family and more close relationships throughout the whole U.S. at different spots than I do with my own family back home. So for me, it's the people that I meet, and it's just like the long-lasting friendships that actually matter to me.
So what is one thing you love about being a military spouse?
I love going through the journey with Alex. Every place that we've been stationed, the squadron in itself is very different. And Alex learns different things, but I love being on the journey with him. Like, seen him awards, I've seen him make rank, I've seen him have really crappy supervisors to really great ones, to him loving his job, to him not. But I'm so proud of that. I'm very proud of what he does because not everyone can stay in the military and and sacrifice and pass their PT test and make it a career and like commit to it. Not everyone can do that. And I don't know, I just sit back and I really do enjoy, and I love being on that journey with Alex, and I love seeing him grow and seeing our family, just grow as like a military family, I guess. That's the one thing I would probably say like the most.
What has been your favorite assignment and why? It's totally okay to say Fairchild because of me.
I have, just to probably 6 months ago, I've always thought Italy was the worst. So basically in Italy, I wanted my family so much. I miss them. But now looking back, I almost miss the family aspect of the military down there. Because when you're overseas, you are a family. You all hang out at Easter and Thanksgiving. You all include everyone, and you make it together. In the States, it's not like that. San Antonio wasn't like that. Fairchild really isn't like that. Fairchild's more like Italy, but not really. So, like, we do a lot of holidays on our own. So I don't know. I think every base has something different to offer. Every base is different. Every base has their pros and cons.
My first duty assignment was Germany, and people commented some of the same things that you're saying about Italy, how there was more of a sense of community on base. Even the people who lived off base, they felt like they really belonged with the other Americans on base. And when I lived in England, that wasn't so much the case. So I wonder if it's not so much a cultural thing as it is a language barrier. What is something you wish people said more often to you?
I honestly am not sure. So I have like my mom and my grandma who, and they always say, we're so proud of you. And I like that. Like they know how hard it is doing what, like I've raised basically 2 kids with just Alex and I, who've never had family around, who've never had family come in when I've had the boys. And I know they know it's hard. So I do like when they tell me that because it makes me feel like they recognize it, I guess. I don't know, maybe I just would like people to be like, hey, Erin, how's it going more often? Because I don't get any of that.
There will come a time when you'll transition back into the civilian world. Are you looking forward to it, or do you think you'll have mixed feelings? when the front gate is in the rearview mirror for the last time?
So this is a very interesting question for me because every time I go home and I cross the border from Canada to the U.S., I cry every single time. I do cry, though, because Canada is part of who I am.
Right.
It always will be. And it's sad for me. I do miss certain things and whatever. Then when I get back to Fairchild, I think, hey, Erin, your mission, you're on your mission. This is your mission as a military spouse. Finish the mission. I am a really proud military spouse. I'm proud of what my friends' husbands do. I'm proud of what my other friends' spouses do. Like, look at you, Angel. Look what you did. I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be part of that community. And so I think I will be really sad. I think I'll be really proud of Alex. And I've already warned Alex, at the retirement ceremony, I'm going to be bawling my eyes out because I think it's just what we know. And I'm just proud of what everybody does. And it'll be exciting, though, too, like to be able to choose where you want to go retire and not have to leave there. We can buy a house and, settle down, and our kids will be teenagers at the time, and they can pick a school and stay there and not have to leave. So, it's bittersweet, I guess.
I understand that sort of bittersweet. I mean, sometimes if you are in a sucky place and people are mean, it's like, well, I only have to deal with it for a couple more months and then we're going to have orders.
Right.
But there's also something about putting down roots and staying and unpacking a TMO box for the last time. When we moved into this house, and this is the second house we've been in since we've been here in the Fairchild area, I still had boxes with TMO stickers from when we left to go to England. Boxes I never even unpacked. Yeah, and we went to England in 2002. There was always a sense of anxiety of I'm never going to get through all of this before it's time to go again. I'm never going to accomplish what I want to accomplish before I have to leave.
I totally agree.
It's definitely nice to not have that anymore. Okay, so is there anything else you would like the listeners to know about your personal experience and being a military spouse?
The only thing I would say is if you come across a military spouse, know that life is not all hunky-dory as you assume, and it doesn't matter what they look like or what they say. Yes, every military spouse is going to love it. Some days they're going to hate it.
To thank you for being a guest on today's show.
Oh, thank you. I still want to do it again.
This tip is about the Spokane Faith and Values webpage. It's SpokaneFAVS.com. It's a neat little website all about Spokane's faith-based community and not so faith-based community. The website even has a calendar for upcoming events in the community. Living Judaism, Little Black Dress Spa Night, Reflecting Diversity Benefit Breakfast. Lots of fun things. I think this is a very nice website about bringing the community together, those with and without faith. So if you're new or coming to Spokane, it's worth checking out. That's it for this podcast. Until next time, let's behave humanely, humankind.